This is Mark Bell, and I wanted to show you guys an easy, or maybe not easy, but a simple workout. You know, your workouts, you don't always have to look like The Rock. You don't always have to be dripping with sweat head to toe for it to be a good workout, although that could be the goal eventually, to get to that level, to be able to push to that intensity. But I got a chair here, and all I'm gonna do is some squats. And if you wanted to, you could do this periodically throughout the day. You could do some reps as you pass by the chair, but for me, for now, I'm gonna do 100 reps, and I'm gonna do some push-ups. And this is after dinner, so I have a lot of food in the belly, but this is not anything that's gonna require me to have like a more empty stomach. As soon as I'm done with the push-ups, and as soon as I'm done with the squats, I'm gonna include some push-ups in between the squats. As soon as I'm done with both of those things, I go right outside, I'm gonna take a lap. A lot of times what I've found by doing this and doing it multiple times a day, once I start doing it, it encourages me to go a little further. It encourages me to do a little bit more. So you might find the same thing. If you're trying to just put one foot in front of the other and you're just trying to get in a little bit of work, I think as soon as you do a little bit of work, as soon as that opportunity opens up and as soon as your body opens up and you start breathing hard, as soon as that happens, I think you're gonna have a desire to want to do more. So all we're trying to do, you could wear a heart rate monitor, you could try to keep the heart rate above 120, would be a good recommendation if you're a normal, healthy person. But if you don't have a heart rate monitor, no problem. All we need to do is be a little bit out of breath. So here we go. Squats onto the chair. You could do a regular squat, you don't even need the chair, but I personally like the chair. It gives you a guidance on how far to go down. So I'm just gonna squat onto the chair and come back up. 1, 2, starts out pretty easy, pretty simple. If I can do 30. It's gonna be hard to do 30 push-ups, especially after all the push-ups I did earlier today. But no excuses. Let's see what we can get done here. Whew. Feeling that. 30 and 30. Already out of breath. Already feeling warm. Even if you were just to do this right here, and even if you're challenged by it and it's hard, you need to push off. You're just to do this for 10 minutes. This is an amazing exercise. Even if you had to stop up here and breathe for a few, so that's even acceptable. Anything's acceptable. As long as it's better than what you did yesterday. As long as it's a little bit more than what you did yesterday, you're on the right track. You can see I have no fancy equipment, no fancy gym clothes. I'm in a pair of jeans, about to go on my walk. I decided to do this first. $60 squats done. Time to get 30 push-ups done. Whew. There we go. So I'll finish these off right here. I'm doing like 40 reps. I'll be done with my squats. If you have trouble squatting down into a chair, throw a pillow on top of it. Squat on something higher. If this is hard to do, Try to maybe hold on to something as you're doing your squats. So I could hold on to this if I needed to. I can go like this. Okay? Whatever way you gotta do it. Figure out a way to get it done. Oh, we got 10 more. There we go. And just 40 push-ups. And if you stink at push-ups, you could use a slingshot push-up, which is my invention. Slide it up over your arms and have at it with some push-ups. 40 reps. There's 30. 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pinch to grow an inch, an extra rep in there. Whoa. You hear that? That's good. That's a heart beating, breathing hard, time to hit up a walk. So that works as some restoration. I was feeling old. I was getting up and I was kind of like walking like this. Walking like I was a grizzled power lifter. Now I feel good. Now I feel like I can run. Even my knees woke up as I was doing that. I could feel all the tension in my knees pulled right out of there, as if someone gave me a drug, you know? Then also, my adrenaline's up now. I got breathing hard. It felt good. Nothing is better for your brain. Nothing is better for your mind, body, and spirit. Nothing ever will be better for your mind, body, and spirit than some exercise. You got no excuses. You got none. Those are simple things to do. In quarantine, out of quarantine, lost your job, didn't lose your job, rich, poor, fat, black, white, skinny, male, female, whatever. Whatever your situation is, whatever your problem is, whatever predicament you're in, you can always make some time for yourself, to literally make yourself. I just made myself feel better. And in this case, this is a solution. Solving a problem, again, it comes down to that. What's the problem? Oh, my back feels stiff. Oh, my legs feel tight. Oh my God, my knees feel like they've been murdered. My ACL, all the ligaments and tendons in my knees feel like somebody threw them in a microwave. They feel like someone lit them on fire. They don't feel like they exist anymore. Bang out 100 squats. Bang out some, you know how bad a lunge would hurt? When your legs are really sore and when your knees are killing you? It's a trick. It seems like it would hurt really bad to do the lunge. But if you do a few lunges, it'll feel really good. Movement's the lotion that you need. It might take a little while. It might take some warming up. But as soon as you get warm, that's when you start feeling really good. And we call this taking a lap. This is just something I do when I'm in Bodega Bay. I just hit up this little walk. It's like 3/4 of a mile or so. I'll probably walk a little extra because once I get walking up this hill, I'm gonna get my heart rate going, gonna get my brain going, and I'm just gonna want to keep walking for a while. Working out does not have to be working out. You do not need to go to the gym and pump iron, although I'm a huge proponent of that. I'm a huge fan of that, because I do believe that it's a very efficient way to build muscle mass. However, there's other ways. There's other roads to the riches, right? There's more than one way to get there. And a hill is a great way to increase the size and strength of your calves and hamstrings. Running, sprinting, squatting, leaping, bounding, throwing, skipping, any of these things any movements with your body, push-ups, sit-ups. What kind of equipment do you need to do push-ups, sit-ups, squats, lunges, burpees, mountain climbers? You don't need nothing. You just need to be a little bit crazy. That's all you need. That's all you need, is to be a little bit nutty. Nobody wants to do that stuff because it hurts too bad. But the rewards far outweigh the risks. And when you're somebody that can go through that stuff, it's very, very obvious that you're made out of something different than everybody else. This is super empowering, being out here with the most powerful thing in the world, the ocean. There's nothing quite scarier than the ocean, in my opinion. The little creatures and monsters that lie inside there, and then plus, you know, the waves and just the way the ocean acts. You got no power or control over it. But I love being outside. I love listening to the waves. I love feeling the wind. I love the drastic temperature changes and weather changes here in Bodega Bay. It could be 80 degrees and sunny one day, and it could be like 40 degrees, and you could have 20-30 mile an hour winds a couple days later. It's really, sometimes there's storms that happen here where you're like, is my house gonna get wiped away? And other times it's the most beautiful place in the world. It's really super neat to have that, and to, you know, have this beautiful golf course. I never golfed in my life, but it's cool to look at. It's fun to look at these beautiful golf courses and stuff. And it's just a wonderful thing to be out here. They did shut the beach down out here. They shut down some of the trails and stuff that we normally go on, but it's still just so awesome to be out here and to go on walks. I've been here during the majority of the quarantine, and I'm going to continue to stay here because why go back to Sacramento? You know, Sacramento is only, I live in Dixon, California, but it's only about an hour and a half, 2 hours away. But I'm really enjoying being here. This feels really good, and it gives me opportunities to do stuff differently, because normally I would be in SuperTraining and I'd be lifting, I'd be benching, squatting, and deadlifting. It seems like I can't step foot inside of SuperTraining without feeling like I need to represent the strongest gym in the West, and without feeling like I need to do a heavy box squat. Luckily, you know, on my way out, as the quarantine was kind of building up, I hit my last big squat. I think I did 650 or so, or 600 something pounds for a nice double, maybe 625 for a nice double, and got that over with and got that out of my system. And now I'm here and haven't lifted for a while and just don't even care. Don't have a care in the world. I feel really good being here. I don't have any worries or fears about the coronavirus whatsoever. It will either get me or get someone I know, or it won't. I'm not worried or concerned about it because I don't have any control over it. There's absolutely, now I could take some precautions towards it. I'm not saying that I'm, you know, trying to get older people sick or trying to get other people sick or anything like that, but in my opinion, there's not really much I can do about it. And I tend to not worry about the things that are out of my control, but I also don't worry about things that are in my control, because I've learned that when you think that you have control of stuff, you don't. And that is exactly what has happened here. You thought the movie theater was there for you. You thought the gym was there for you. You thought the coffee shop was there for you. And all along, it was never really actually there. It was something that could be taken away at any moment. And I think that's important to understand, to know. Ultimately, we're left with our own thoughts. We're left by ourselves. And that's one thing that I love about being out here, is that even though I got a cameraman right now holding the camera, I could be out here and just completely be by myself and be with my own thoughts. I've learned to come to peace and to be at peace with myself and with my own thoughts. I know some of that might sound weird, especially to younger people out there, but I feel really good. I feel really comfortable with who I am, what I do, what I represent, and I don't think twice about it. And when I hear negative comments or negative things, I just think about how I can turn those into positive things, and how I can, and what I can do to be more positive and to communicate a better message to you guys. So I never take any of it personal. I just take it to the bank, I cash it in, and I turn it into more positivity. I'm out of here. I'm gonna walk back home, and I'm gonna enjoy some of my Slingshot my slingshot yogurt. Strength is never a weakness. Weakness is never strength. Catch you all later.